Hi, my name is Zyra and my partner's name is Choi. We met this past spring break through a youth group called Cutting Edge that's actually through MSU. In the first interaction, I decided to take her to a bakery I used to work at called Sweetylicious. It's in my hometown, DeWitt. She was telling me during spring break how she wanted to go to it, so I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity. There we showed each other pictures of us in high school and we talked about our extracurricular activities and like what we do at school. And she described that she got up, she walked to school because it was like a short distance, and that's how most people did it too. She went to math, English, reading and writing, and then lunch. However, she didn't go to a cafeteria to eat. She would actually eat in her classroom um, with her classmates, and then she'd go back home and relax with her. Actually, before that, she would go to soccer practice. That's something that we had in common. And then she'd go back home, she'd do homework, study, and then relax with her family, specifically her grandma, because she lived with her. She lived with them too. Um, She said the most difficult thing she had to learn in high school was actually English because she didn't have the luxury to learn it when she was younger. And my parents, right away, like in preschool in Oklahoma, they put me in a school that was bilingual. They really, really wanted me to learn English. That was the number one thing that they wanted for their child. Um, so I remember having a teacher that spoke both English and Spanish because Spanish was my first language, and then so I had to have a teacher explain to me in Spanish and stuff like that. I don't really remember like anything of that. I just kind of remember waking up in first grade knowing Spanish and English. Um, and she did not learn it when she was younger. She started off like in like junior high, and then she continued to study it in high school. But even then, she has such a thick accent, and people are surprised with me because I don't have an accent at all. So, yeah, and in college, she said that like her like safe place is that cutting edge like youth group because she doesn't know like all the English words and stuff like that. She said that that was like the hardest thing for her, and that's been the hardest thing is just trying to understand everything. But she says for the most part she does a great job at it, which was awesome. And the two topics that I decided to ask her about that we learned in TE 150 was memory. That was what strategies do you and your partner use to help remember what you learned? And we talked mostly about how we learned English. And even though I don't remember a lot when I was younger, I still remember having to practice it when I was in first grade and just like all the years after that. And we both agreed that the most important thing when learning English was repetition because you have to know how to pronounce everything. Yes, you have to know the structure of things, but pronouncing is the way that like people will actually understand what you're saying. So we definitely agreed on that. And then attention, which was did you or your partner struggle with maintaining attention in school? Why? She said yes, because she's such a free person and she loves to travel and she loves to hang out with her friends all the time. During school, she'd actually be thinking about that, and sometimes she wouldn't pay attention, which I thought was funny that she said that. Because I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes I think about my outside activities. Um, and something that I learned about myself and my culture as a result was that I'm very grateful that I started young when I'm learning English because English is like the hardest language to learn. And also, I'm very grateful that I got to express myself in my wardrobe because she definitely is the type of person that wanted to do that and couldn't. Um, but yeah.